Good evening. Thank you for joining us. So the Nevada DMV website, the Unemployment Office, the Department of Education, all of these websites are now working from a state perspective. So good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dana Wagner. Latoya Silman will be joining us in a few minutes. Very different scene from just 3 weeks ago when all of the state systems and services were shut down because of a targeted cyber attack.
Nevadans should know this. While we are not yet at the finish line, we are moving there faster than expected. Nevada has faced challenges before, and every time we come through stronger, this will be no different.
Lombardo says 90% of our state's public websites are up and running tonight, but that means 10% are still down. Our Jane Davenport joins us live outside of Discount Firearms and Ammo, just one store here in the Valley still facing issues after the cyber attack. Jane?
Dana, in order for these stores to legally sell their firearms, they must run their customers' information through a background check. But since that cyber attack a few weeks ago, business has slowed and concerns have grown as the website responsible for those background checks remains shut down. Sales of firearms have halted for many as gun stores wait for the state's background check system to get back online.
Every single firearm that leaves a dealer in the state of Nevada has to have a background check, and without being able to run them, no firearms can leave the dealerships.
General Manager of Discount Firearms and Ammo, Zach Wilcox, explains that Nevada is a point of contact state, meaning instead of running background checks at the federal level, background checks are run through the state.
We're one of a handful of states, when the Brady system went live years ago, that opted to run the checks in-state rather than through the FBI's website.
Governor Joe Lombardo addressed the concerns during Friday's press conference.
We won't be able to determine their criminal history or their ability to purchase a gun or own a gun through the federal guidelines. So until that does happen, a proper sale of a firearm cannot occur.
In Nevada, if you have a carry permit, you are allowed to forego the background check system, so those sales are still happening.
But those without a concealed carry permit cannot purchase a firearm in the state, meaning these gun stores are sitting on hundreds of backlogged background checks.
We're sitting on probably 150 of them.
Wilcox says people can still purchase the firearms, they just can't take it home with them. But after a few weeks of waiting, he says some of his customers have grown impatient.
Now that we're into our third week of this, there has been some people from the very initial wave of purchases that have been starting to ask for refunds.
He adds that while most other gun store owners he's talked to understand the gravity of the cyber attack and realize the need for a safe, secure site, there remains a level of frustration with the state over a lack of communication.
That system that our entire business model revolves around usually doesn't even come up in those press conferences.
He says the store does sell other products that don't require a background check. They also operate a shooting range. These have helped the store function while those firearm sales have been slowed down. Dana?
So he said he was talking to other gun store owners here in the Las Vegas Valley. What have they been telling him?
So a lot of those other gun stores primarily sell firearms. They don't have shooting ranges or other products like he does. He says they've had to cut back on staff hours, they've had to cut back on store hours, and they have been financially struggling. He says he hopes that the background check site is the next site to get fixed so business can resume as normal.
All right, Jane, thank you. We appreciate that live report. And while some data was stolen from the state government, Lombardo says it did not come from the DMV. He reiterated today that there's still no evidence of personal information or banking details being compromised. Lombardo said the information taken related to state processes, inventory, and state databases.
Nevada should know that what the bad actor is perceived to receive is information through our internal systems, not a public face or constituent personal information. Right now, the breadth of that has been identified. I can't give you that information, exactly what the breadth of that is, but I am confident that we will continue to be successful in preventing further release.
So Lombardo did not go into the technical elements of the cyber attack, saying he did not want to encourage any copycat attacks or compromise the ongoing investigation. He also says every state employee had to change their password to help prevent another attack. No warning was given ahead of time which did lead to a little bit of confusion among state employees. The cybersecurity recovery page, as you can see, is still operational. It's where you can find all of the details on the operations of all statewide services. It also lists steps that you could take to protect your information or what you need to do if you think any of your personal data has been compromised. State legislators are working to form a legislative cybersecurity working group. That's Assembly Speaker Steve Yeager saying the group will help protect our cyber systems moving forward. He says members will be appointed in the near future. No word yet on when that's going to be or just how many people will join that team. In a statement, Speaker Yeager says, in part, it is clear that legislators must lead the way in gathering the facts and formulating solutions for the next special and/or regular session of the legislature.